sound, and this model won't freak the fuck out. I honestly like this better than than the 3D one I was using. Also, it doesn't make my computer make sounds like a pissed off goose.
That is a great way to describe how fucking loud your fan got.
Alright, we are live. Cool.
Yes.
I'm going to throw links around.
Okay, I'm going to go make use of the ladies' room, and then we can get started.
Okay.
Also, I may have accidentally brought something home to my husband.
Is he sick?
Is it the poop explosion?
I don't know, and I dread asking. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So, about the game you last night.
Yeah. Hi, we're live. Bye.
Yeah, pretty much. We are now live. No, excuse me, while I go use the bathroom.
Hey, Cataclysm, it's nice to see you here, too.
Hello. Nice to see people. And yay,
Right.
his finals are done. I still have that. His finals are done. I still have my finals are only.
Alright, now remember guys, you guys need to put the link in every Discord you're in.
We can't do it in yours since he has a rule against self-promotion.
We're not self-promoting though, we're promoting Susan.
We
just happen to be present.
I have returned. I have returned.
Thank God.
Huzzah!
Hello,
Okay.
everyone, and welcome back. Apologies for these yahoos. I leave them unsupervised for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I swear, every D&D group I'm in, I leave them, and every role-playing game group I'm in, I leave them unsupervised, and things go pear-shaped. Anyways, let's all introduce ourselves real quick. Back for the first time in a long time after beating consumption and his work, Mumsy!
Hey!
Who's
Finally.
that guy?
The rest of the party can quit being the Chaos Gremlin now that we have the official Chaos Gremlin back.
Yeah, unfortunately it's still playing up. I can barely hear you guys, but I'm just gonna have to close Roll20 to actually hear you guys. But hey, welcome. I'm welcome back. Wow.
Yes, you are welcome back.
Yes. That was welcome
yes, you
back.
are welcome back.
Yeah.
We've made this very clear, yes. Indeed, quite.
Words, they're hard sometimes. Yeah, I play Sareed, the wondrous Chaos Gremlin.
The Bimbo Paladin.
Yeah, Blood Elf. Blood Elf? Wood Elf Paladin. Good grief.
Wood Elf Bimbo Paladin, let's roll.
Yeah.
Now she gets to be traumatized with everybody else. Huzzah! Yeah.
Crap.
Moving along.
Yes, let's move things along.
Yep.
Moving along to the next party member.
Hi, Simon, or Bronze Knight here. I play our party's leader, essentially, or mom, Akagi Weir, who is currently, well, she currently got the news that Tess is in danger and her mind just hit mom. Just hit what happens to a mom when she finds out her kids are in danger. Just panic and anger.
The nice dragon ladies in Tessa's head would be offended that you're counting yourself among their number.
It's basically she's supposed to be the one who takes care of the party, and
Moving along.
Yeah. Next up is next on the list, and it's Felix.
Hi, I'm Felix the Bard. I run my own Twitch streams over on twitch.tv/Felix the Bard. I never introduce my character. Today I'm going to break that habit just to say I play Kespec, Town Guard Captain, and current supervisor of these group of people. Individuals. I'm going to quickly step away from my computer while everybody else introduces themselves, and I should be back in time to make sure no one dies.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a lore dump to do, so hopefully you'll be back after that's done. Or before that's done. Yep, let's go. Next to Reno.
Yeah, I'm John, and I play Merrick, the party scout, and also the party's resident drunk. Yep, next.
Yes.
I am Stug, descendant of light artillery, son of light artillery, descendant of 2 racehorses pulling a field gun. I play Ed Redshirt, a human fighter who is an inbred noble trying to reclaim his family's honor. Next is Rep.
And now for the introduction to be done correctly. I am Walter, son of Walter, descendant of Walter. Also known as the Reptile King. Usually I would be playing Ander, our human summoner, man of mystery, and the actual party leader / party dad. However, due to the fact that I delight in traumatizing people, I am currently helping Susan run this town and giving the party their newest best friend.
What's the lore?
So, before we get started, to make sure everyone has a properly atmospheric experience, please turn off your lights, cover your windows. You need to be in a dark room.
Well,
More dump!
Well, if it helps, it's about to rain here, and it looks dark enough already. I can barely see anything. I also might be still wearing my sunglasses, so that doesn't help. Wait, I am still wearing my sunglasses. Oh, shit.
Only you can...
Channeling his inner Sareed already. Wunderbar.
Didn't take much.
Susan, go ahead and start playing the spooky music if you'd like. Well, we can wait on that for a little bit. So, lore dump. Couple things. First off, a little bit of information on Delia. This is going to be of importance to Ed. So, pay attention, Stug. Delia is also known as the Sorceress Kingdom. It is very well known for its magic and the large number of magic college and mages guilds in the borders of the kingdom. Primarily, it exports magical goods. Its relationship with the Empire is a bit strained, partially because while the Kingdom of Delia does export to the Empire, it also exports to several of the Empire's enemies. They're not shy about who they sell to. This is made all the worse by the fact that the Empire and Delia have been to war several times, primarily with the Empire attempting to invade. Keep in mind, Stug, that for a member of the Red Shirts families, your history lessons would have been riddled with propaganda. Of course. So, the Empire expanding its borders is not really is not known to you as an invasion, but bringing civilization, culture, and art to a savage and barbaric people, and taming wild and vicious lands.
The residents, we have complaints.
Yeah, the residents may have some complaints. Delia, in particular, however, proves to be a tough nut to crack. Their heavy use of magic means that any situation where they are able to make preparations, they're probably going to win. They are especially the Kingdom of Delia is especially disliked by the Red Shirt family due to the fact that they tend to turn the Red Shirt family's primary advantage in warfare against them. The Red Shirts, being the cannon fodder that they are, usually win wars by drowning the enemies in bodies. Well, that doesn't work quite so well when the enemies have necromancers on hand.
Of course. It's I always had the headcanon that the Red Shirts had considered necromancy a war crime, so...
Yup.
Yeah. It is notable that while Delia does export magical items and will have wandering mages travel out from its lands for research purposes, they are also quite known to the Empire for the export of dark sorcerers, evil warlocks, and liches, as Delia tends to put their prisons on the border between the Empire and their kingdom. This is mostly actually used to incentivize those escapees from those prisons from leaving the Delian kingdom and just going to the Empire.
So instead of going back into the country, they just jump the border and fuck off.
Pretty much, yes. It's part of how Delia saves money on the prison system.
So they basically dump this up to another country and tell it to their problem now.
Yep.
Pretty much.
But
fortunately, Fortunately, the Delians also export the tools which are usually best used to deal with those problems, so...
Oh...
it is notable that while Delia does have nobility and royalty that deals with the day-to-day governance of the kingdom, the true power within Delia really lays within the mages' guilds and the mages' colleges. Oftentimes, the nobility in Delia are spellcasters of some kind. However, the most powerful spellcasters remain in the colleges and guilds because they deem doing governance and general bureaucracy to be a waste of their time when they can be doing research.
Which is why Adler has a problem with nobles, I guess.
We'll get into that later. The nobility. So while the king does. Rule over the kingdom of Delia, and the nobles do rule over their territories, it's really the mages' colleges and stuff that make a lot of the rules, just due to the fact that they have so much weight in trade and in military might. Since most of the kingdom of Delia, their military of Delia is fueled by those colleges. It is notable that the king does trust in a council of leadership from the largest and most powerful of guilds in Delia. Something that Ed has learned to be a massive bureaucracy that is slow to come up with any decisions or make any and is often fueled by corruption. Not at all like the Empire and Senate. The proper checks and balances used by the Empire with their Senate and their Emperor.
So basically, he thinks the government is just corrupt.
According to Ed, if you ask him about the government of the Delia, he'd call them a bunch of lazy and corrupt war criminals.
He'd call them a bunch of lazy, corrupt bureaucrats, which are not at all like the noble and fair politicians following through proper code and checks and balances of the Senate found in the Empire.
So basically, he calls Delia what this.
It's the pot. It is the pot calling the kettle black.
Basically.
You're welcome for that. A special note when it comes to automatons, because that came up with Doug trying to kind of metagame that a little bit. First and foremost, while robotics is used, actual autonomous machines are extremely rare, such that Ed's brother probably has never actually done any in-depth research on them, and Ed or his brother would have never seen an autonomous machine. Generally, the programming to make an autonomous machine function is considered to be mind-numbingly tedious and extremely complex. So most people don't do that.
Or they're
literally when Ed's...
Or they're considered some flavor of necromancy.
Yeah, some flavor of necromancy, and a lot of them are and a lot of the people who do go into that often come off as some flavor of crazy. Ed's brother literally looked at what would be the requirements to make an autonomous machine, burnt the book, and said, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna just connect the machine to a person's brain. And that's kind of how we got into the prosthetics there. It's going to be one of those deals where if we ever do deal with an automaton, it would actually take Ander, with his ability to sense the arcane and his know-how, to actually clap eyes on it himself in order for a positive ID. Because
so basically,
everyone would expect any machine to be being controlled or piloted by someone, and being able to identify otherwise would be very difficult.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is we have theories, but if if whatever the fuck this is from this area, we would need a local, i.e., Ander, to know exactly what the fuck this is.
Yeah, automatons are experimented with in Delia, though to a limited degree, just because of how much work it takes to make one function. Other than that, there would not be a whole lot of things dealing with automatons, aside from maybe ancient, forgotten ruins from advanced civilizations of the past, or maybe a crazy wizard living out in the middle of nowhere who's trying to do something.
Yeah.
So yeah, should we get into it?
Yes. Let's get this party started. He
Yeah.
is back. Let's get this party started.
Awesome.
So, when last we saw our heroes and extremely tired guardsmen...
I got him. Alright, whatever.
When last we saw our heroes and extremely... I'm going to switch us to the city map, just for the sake of my sanity.
Yes,
So,
because that shall soon be necessary.
so, when last we saw our heroes and extremely beleaguered guardsmen,
Ugh.
the party had just finished... The guardsman who really needs to get lit. On one hand, you're not wrong, but on the other hand...
You said it.
That would have been Cataclysmus in the chat. It had to be approved by a moderator, but it got approved, so it's there now for posterity.
Yes.
Huzzah!
But
You're not wrong.
But anyways, so the party had divided to investigate both the city's water treatment plants, which was an experience, and
You're welcome.
And the city of Raven's Nest's library. So, and the party had reconvened after this. And I believe we wrapped up on the party discovering that this creature that whatever they're dealing with has developed a fixation, namely on the party's young ward, Tess, having actually gone to the length of cutting through the lock on her room's window. This has caused Tess to swap rooms and is now sharing a room with Akagi. Namely because Akagi's room is on the inner sides of the building and has no windows at all for this thing to be staring in like, hi.
Hola.
Hello.
¿Cómo estás?
Hello.
Hello there.
Anyway, I'm imagining more that one Obi-Wan meme, but way creepier.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Between two members of the cast actually knowing how to sword fight and Obi-Wan making the lightsaber noises, how did the prequel movies ever get made? Like, every time he turned his on for the scenes, he would apparently be making the noise instead of his lines.
I mean, let's be honest, wouldn't you?
Fair
Yes.
enough.
Yes.
Anyways, so we're going to move forward so, Kesbeck, the dust has
That's
settled.
my name.
Yes, the dust has settled, and it is and you look at the time, and you realize it is time for you to go home.
Oh, thank God.
It's time
Have
for you.
yourself a nap.
It is time for you to go home, check in on your sister, and get some goddamn sleep. Because
Before the nightfall.
Akagi then just points out, Kesbeck, we will pick you up tomorrow.
No, you will not. You will
Yeah.
wait here. You will wait here for my contingent. You will not do anything.
You keep in mind your problem is active at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they
Or
go
at
that,
least
I
is
remember
hunting
Ed
at
points.
night.
so
Ed
they
looks
will.
over at you. And Ed looks over. I remember the last time someone told me that, and didn't go too well for.
well, there's also the fact that it suddenly occurs to you, wait.
Oh no, it does not suddenly occur
Well,
to Kesbeck.
allow me to finish the sentence. It's like, wait.
Okay.
Is today the day? It pops into your brain. Wait, was today the day my sister had that sleepover with one of her school friends, or was that tomorrow night? Basically, there's a 50-50 shot that your sister is home alone at the moment.
He would. Alright. Allow me to just say this. Numero uno. He is way too overprotective to not have more of his sneaky guards always fucking watching her.
It's like
That doesn't happen.
It's like you have that thought for a second, and then you remember, oh right, I have those guys keeping an eye on the house. She'll be fine.
Yes. There is also the thought Kesbeck has. Yes, this thing hunts at night. So yes, before he can go home, he has to make sure that his night watch is set up correctly.
Yeah, he has to make sure those guys are properly kitted.
Yeah, they're probably already on high alert given the fact that this has been going on for a little while and they are well aware.
Yeah.
We'll wait for Kesbeck to properly leave this.
To properly convey what's going on.
He is definitely going to stop by the barracks to make sure that everyone is aware of what he found in the sewer. And to
Get himself a shower.
That was already done.
Already done? Oh, yeah, okay.
And to properly inform his Knights Guardsmen that if any of them die, they will not receive their bonuses.
Don't die, you won't get paid.
Oh, by the way, something I forgot to mention in the little lore dump, and I would like to bring this up. Something Susan might find of interest. It may or may not have to do with our friend. Fey creatures, the Feywilds do reflect stories from the material world. This would include stories of, say, slasher serial killers, mechanical artificial life forms, and stuff like, Frankenstein.
So
Such stories may cause the manifestation of dark fey creatures mimicking such entities or fulfilling the narrative position of such entities. May or may not have to do with this thing. Probably doesn't. Maybe it does. You don't know. Have fun with that.
I have a concern.
So, out of character team, what we're going after is probably a Fae.
Or something.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I will also say that Ags would find dark fey creatures such as this to be very interesting. Mostly because they are dark, murderous things, and they like that kind of stuff. And since they're fey creatures, they're just on hand.
Alright, as Kesbeck as left leaves the restaurant.
Anywho.
As Kesbeck leaves, a smile creeps across Ed's face. And then it turns into a wicked grin. Oh, my ancestors are smiling upon me right now. Alright.
Akagi just grabs Ed by... Should we roll opposed athletics checks to see if Akagi...
Let's hear what... Well, first up, before anybody gets too carried away.
Yeah, let's see what Ed is going to do, and then if Ed does something stupid, you may roll an contested athletics check to stop him.
Ed goes, okay, Vesta, can you seal a door?
Can I seal a door? Like,
yeah,
physically seal it or magically seal it?
Yes.
Physically I mean, I should be able to. How much time you give me will heavily influence the strength of the seal either way.
I will mention, Susan, from DM perspective, if you were to use something akin to Druidcraft, it would make sense for you to be able to merge the wood of a door with the wood of the door seal.
Yeah, and I mean, I imagine Vesta's done some... Well, when I was still a trainee, if I really wanted to study without getting disturbed, I'd use a simple spell I learned to cause the door of my room to grow into the wood of the floor and to grow into the wood of the door frame so it couldn't be opened.
So you basically learned a spell that turns door into wall.
Well,
if the door is made of wood.
Well, it's more like I grew something that had been parted back together.
Exactly. You grew. Exactly.
Do you remember the time I repaired that bridge with a fallen tree?
Yes, you were exhausted.
Yes, but putting door as one with door frame is a much simpler and far less taxing version. She looks to Ed. What do you want me to do?
Awesome. Okay, a couple of things. Okay, let me get the screensaver off. Okay, a couple of things. Perhaps a little bit more.
All right.
When Tess changes her clothes at... Alright. We noticed that this thing wants Tess really badly.
Yeah.
I think we can use that to our advantage when Tess changes her. And then before Akagi starts moving, it goes, when Tess changes her clothes, how fast can we get a dummy up?
When she changes her room?
Clothes.
So basically, we take Tess's spare outfit, stuff it on a dummy.
Okay, you just goes, I am not gonna be dealing with that. This is your mess.
So we take
Alright,
Tess's
I would-
spare clothes,
F-
put it on
FYI.
a dummy.
FYI, I will also allow Druidcraft be used to grow out the dummy, especially since Anders grown himself little shelters out of with Druidcraft.
It's like, okay,
Alright.
so
And
we make
So he can make a dummy.
So we take a dummy, dress it in Tess's spare clothes, stick it in her current room, and use it to try to draw in whatever the hell this thing is. Then grow the egress method. Then I use my magic to grow the egress methods closed, therefore capturing it.
actually, I was going to have you seal the have you stuck in the Tessa's room and seal it in case something goes wrong on our end. But that's an interesting option. Second thought. Oh, who's this little fella right here?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
She plucks the little doll. It's a simple little rag doll made out of a gray sort of knit-looking fabric. You suspect this, whatever this was, its first incarnation of life was a sock.
Okay, he goes, you made a sexy Marashi, as he gives it a look. I'm going to roll a perception to see if I see anything red.
It's a little gray doll.
27.
Seemingly made out of a... Let me finish describing it before you make any rolls on it.
Yeah.
The doll is made... The fabric the doll is made of appears to have started life as a sock. Two little spare buttons sewn onto its head, and simple thread, probably originally from a kit used to mend armor, give it a mouth and simple little eyebrows. And
I notice it moving on its own.
Just a sec. It's clad in a little brown dress, which was also probably once a handkerchief. And on its head, sort of as hair, is some stitched into place yarn, brushed and braided into a style very similar to Vesta's. Initially, it's just kind of lying there in her hands, but she kind of nudges it a little with her thumb, and Akagi, much to your shock and surprise, it stands up in her hand, kind of looking around at you guys.
It goes, "Oh, cute," and it attempts to give it a head pat.
It allows you to do this.
And she just goes,
Right.
It's a sexy Marashi.
It's a what?
Sexy Marashi, a type of a type of house spirit. They basically go around, clean up houses, provide food, stuff like that. They are born when people love a house a lot.
Oh, well,
And let me finish. But the first one was actually born when my birth deity decided to do something with the house. I am not telling what. Let's not go into it.
weird things happened because gods. Got it. Anyways, I made this one because I thought it might be able to help us.
Ah,
Right. It can.
okay.
I think it'll-
27 to notice to see to 7 on the perception to see if I can see anything about it that is red, because
That's a bad sign. It does have some red staining on its little feet, but from what it was described of where Vesta and therefore this little thing have been recently, that is perfectly reasonable and not a sign this thing's upset, and more just, oh, it needs to be washed.
the only red I can
that thing just
see,
can be, like,
the only
breathing.
the only thing about it I can say that it's red is its little feet, and yeah, I do.
It just needs a good cleaning. It'll be okay.
Yeah. Luckily it isn't wearing red. That's a sign of disaster or something. Mostly they wear red to cause disasters through it when they feel unhappy about someone.
Well, I hope this little one never has a
Okay.
reason to feel unhappy.
Aww.
Oh,
Akagi then gives it a bit of a head pat.
It just kind of looks at you and kind of reaches up its little like mitten. It doesn't really have hands. It just kind of
It's little nubbins.
it's styled like a little gingerbread man, so it just kind of like wraps its little limbs around around your hand, just like I like you.
Oh, kawaii.
Oh, no, that's even worse.
Oh, kawaii.
I'm-
Basically,
She's just
I can.
squeeing. She is squeeing because it's being cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ed
You
is
get
also appreciating its cuteness. I think. All right, you go first.
I don't know where I got the idea to make it. It just came to me.
All right, cool. I think we can use that to simulate the dummy's breathing. And remember Alara?
Yes, just let me go check on her real quick. I know she was working on something earlier, so let me go see how she's doing. Meanwhile, outside. Oh, Mumsy!
Yes.
Oh, dear.
You're back.
So, meanwhile,
A strange cloud of mist flows through the city streets, dumping, and then Sareed is unceremoniously dumped into the streets. And then the mist disperses.
I've got a better idea. So, Sareed, your darling Tegan looks at you and he just smiles and hugs you. As lovely as dinner has been, darling, it is time for you to return to your friends. I will send you to Outsa. I will send you to, let's say, a few minutes' walk from where they are, with the knowledge of where they are. All right, love? Now remember, all you have to do is to bring forth that mount I was teaching you how to ride is to just say its name. All right? Now, I'm going to go prevent your fathers from causing a diplomatic incident with my parents.
Yeah.
Again.
You see, I want to apologize for Dad. Father, I really don't know what the hell's going on with, but Dad, yeah, no, he,
Out of character, Sareed has more than one dad.
There's her adoptive dad, and then there's her bio dad.
So,
Father, I'm guessing, is the bio dad. Adopted dad is, I'm guessing, dad.
Yes.
Don't worry.
I was making the assumption on which one's more is a dwarf.
Yes.
Anyway,
Dwarf is Dad.
Anyways, darling, I'll be in touch, alright?
Okay, just a quick question. What's the name of the mount again?
I love how you're saying that, like, just assuming you're just, like, yeeted through the portal as you say that. I will DM you what the mount's name is. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
So, Sareed... So, Sareed, you are deposited, and you realize, hang on a minute, this is not the last place I saw the group.
I don't know this place.
This is a city, and it's the middle of the night. Or at least close to it.
Weird. Okay, did you say 2 rights and a left, or did you say 2 lefts and then a right?
Well, you see you spot an inn
You
nearby,
see an inn.
and it pops into your head. Oh, the group's over there.
I see a way in.
So you head in. Do you head inside?
Am I on said mount?
No.
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
I have
After that gift that I sent you earlier.
Anyways, so Sareed, you enter the inn, and you see the group just kind of sitting there, and Vesta has a little animated ragdoll in her hands, and the rest of the party's kind of cooing over it. And you hear Tegan in the back of your head. It appears he has continued observation of you, just in case you need help, just going, "What the fuck is that?"
I know. She says in her head as she goes into her bag, she grabs a torch, lights it on fire, and starts walking towards the doll.
Tegan immediately recognizes this thing as hag magic, which is bad magic.
Well, no. So, before you light anything on fire, he responds in your head, "Could you get closer for me? I can keep an eye on you, but things a certain distance from you aren't in focus very well."
You want to see me in the better light?
I mean, get closer to your friend so I can tell what the hell that thing is.
Oh, okay, cool. Thought you'd just hear from me. Okay, fine.
Also that. So you get closer, and immediately he goes, "So, Sareed, love."
Yes,
That's hag
dear.
magic.
How well do you know your friend there, the one holding that thing?
The changeling?
Oh, she's a hag's daughter. Fuck me then. Wait. Sareed wasn't with the party when they discovered what flavor of changeling she is.
No. He just knows changeling. She just knows changeling.
Has she
I would say that he recognizes that she is a hag's daughter by changeling, and then that's fucking hag magic.
Has she
Would you say hagic?
That is hag magic.
Has she
That's not good.
Has she mentioned being in contact with her mother? No, wait, you've been with me. Time outside the Feywild is weird. Don't make any sudden aggressive moves towards it. If it's from her mother, the last thing you want to do is piss her off.
Oh.
Just keep an eye on it.
Oh. Hey.
Vesta looks over, and her and the doll both perk up. The doll starts jumping up and down in her hands, clearly excited. Sareed, you're back!
Hey, it's talking to me. I must kill it with fire.
Also, I can use, wait, Sareed! As he used the rushes, and I'm going to roll opposed athletics to just keep Sareed under control.
Why not just go for a hug tackle?
Hug tackle. Okay, what do I roll for that?
That'd probably be athletics.
Athletics. Roll it.
23.
Sareed, roll it.
Okie doke. Well, that's a 30.
So yeah, so what's gonna happen? Akagi, you run to hug tackle and stop Sareed, and you successfully hug tackle her, but she just keeps going with you being drug along behind her.
Vesta looks at Sareed. Oh, you're worried about this? Don't worry, I made it myself. Tegan's voice in your head. That's worse!
Sareed, just stop!
I'm getting so many mixed messages.
Sareed, just stop! As long as that thing isn't wearing red, we should be fine! Yeah. Don't give it an excuse to wear red!
I don't own any red fabric, so how could I make it a little red outfit?
Blood?
Oh, we found that earlier today. Alive.
Ed stands up between Sareed and Vesta going, all right. need to get Alara's help on some. Need that thing and Alara's help for a job real quick. Let's not drag this out any longer, or else the window will close.
Yes, we have a small window of opportunity here. Vesta regains her composure. The little puppet creature just climbing over her shoulder and down into her bag.
And Serene has no idea what the hell is going on. This is gonna be fun.
Serene never knows what's going on. This is just normal.
Anyways, now that Serene's back, we have another set of eyes and ears. You guys fill her in. I'll go get Ilera. She mentioned she's been working on something for a bit, and she should be done with it fairly soon.
Yeah, I could just kind of okay, to keep it in a way that you understand. We are here, so is bad guy. Bad guy kills people at night. That's his next target. We found months of their dead bodies, hence red feet of puppet. Got it?
No.
After a few minutes, Vesta returns, bringing with them a... So, here's the thing. Pathfinder doesn't exactly have a drow, per se.
We can say it's a dark elf. That's not copyrighted.
They do have what are called cave elves, which I'm going to say are very similar in aesthetic. A quite... brings in what you recognize from the face as Ilera, but instead of spooter body, Ilera instead has a fully humanoid form and is carrying with her a surprising amount of is carrying with her her equipment. I was told I was needed.
Great. I gotta roll a will save.
Roll against disaster lesbian. Go right ahead.
Okay.
17.
You can contain yourself. You can contain yourself for now.
You can contain yourself for now, but them legs.
Yeah, just containing yourself going.
Them legs, though.
Anyways,
I don't know how personal a question is for you, but how much have you gotten yet?
Oh, you need me to spin something?
Yeah, a trap for an invisible trap for something. It reminds me a lot of insects, so, well, if you have an insect problem...
Get a spider. Allow me. She kind of touches her fingertips together, and when she pulls them apart, for a moment you don't really see anything, but then she angles her hands just so, and you see the light glinting off of very fine threads. How big do you need it?
Here,
The size of Tess. We
go up to the room and simply goes. We go up to the room and simply goes. All right. Once the dummy gets placed here, I need you to basically cover this in a net. I don't know how big this thing is. We're just gonna assume it's an adult-sized person.
All right. Just give me a moment. And
that's not good.
She steps into the room. You may want to close the door. Last thing we need is someone calling the guard because of a giant human spider, because of a giant elf spider hybrid.
Yeah, let's not do that.
So they're in the room right now?
Yes, and Ed has shut the door.
Okay, everyone who's in the room, roll perception.
Motherfucker.
Oh, you idiot. 26.
Is Akagi in the room, or is it just Ed and Ilera? Do we all go up, or is it just a few members of the party?
Is it just Ed or Ilera, or is Akagi involved in this? I thought Akagi said that she wanted no part of this shenanigans.
That's just... This is just to hear what is going on upstairs.
Okay. Alright, well, that's not really going to mean anything. So, I need a roll for Ed and Alara.
Okay, let's do this. Grand total of 20.
Okay,
Dirty.
Ed.
Hold on. It's trying to recover. It's recovering my character sheet.
Okay.
There we go. Perception. Oh, not 11. Got it. 19.
Okay. Neither of you notice anything.
Oh, good. So, Alara thinks for a moment. So you're using a dummy to get this thing to come into the room, so then we can set the trap.
Set the trap. Put it in a. I don't expect. I expect it to be held down while we apply our sharp implements to it.
I might be able to help make the dummy a bit more enticing if it can be designed to have joints. If you can make it able to move, I might be able to help more effectively than just spinning a trap. You go get the dummy situated. I'll go take care. I'll get the net laid. And
all right, cool.
So
Ed walks out of the room and goes, Lesta, I'll help. Well, Lesta, drop net. You and Minnie, you are up.
All right, give me just a moment.
I kind of sort of get it that Akagi is currently trying to explain to Sarid
what the fuck is going on.
Keyword trying. Because this is Sarid we're talking about.
Also, Akagi isn't entirely sure what's going on either, other than the fact that people are being disassembled by a serial killer. What's it?
Yeah, it's just... they're being disassembled by some sort of creature. The others found remains. That's as much as we know. Sarid, you okay?
Yeah. Sarid is just sort of sitting there, just listening to every single word going through Akagi's mouth. Steam is not forming in her ears as her brain is fried for 2 weeks worth of events that she really can't contemplate because of the fact that she's only spent 3 hours in the Feywild dealing with people screaming the entire time. I rolled a perception check just to see how she did. She did
roll a will save. Roll a will save.
Okay.
Make it a will save, all right?
Will save. Well, that's a 5. So
5 plus.
Plus your mod plus an extra 2 for the level ups.
So that's 18.
18. Do we make it?
What's your class DC?
Class DC?
Yeah, what's your class DC?
21.
23.
Nah, Mums does not make it.
That would have meant that I didn't make it on my disaster lesbian. I also have a 23 in that.
Moving along.
Yeah, let's just
made the call with the disaster lesbian. I made the call with this one. So, welcome to 2 different DMs are dealing with this.
Okay.
Fun.
Okay. Yes. I'm learning.
You shall have much enjoyment from this. Yes.
We have found the Hag Mother's voice right now. That's all I can hear.
You're welcome for that.
Rap. Okay, so Hakaki just gives a look and says, "Oh, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure your brain is cooked right now."
Yes, coach.
What?
Reed may need a nappy.
What happened when you were gone?
So, so basically, Tegan, my boyfriend, decided to take me to meet his parents, and they were like, "Hey, why don't we meet your parents?" And they were able to pull my dad out from the forge. He wasn't very happy. He was kind of gagged a little because of how angry he was at the fact that he couldn't finish his great sword. And then then this random elf just shows up as well, and they went, "This is your biological father." And I kind of was like, "What?" And he was like, "What?" And it kind of turned into a weird thing. So...
Did they get in a dad competition?
No, it was more on the lines of, well, I didn't know you existed, and then my dad was like, I need compensation for all of these years, and it turned into a big thing.
So basically, your boyfriend's entire family and your bio dad is in the Book of Grudges is all I can get from this, because this sheer stupidity is threatening to melt my brain.
Kinds of bio dad was trying to, get to know me, and then dad was getting all uppity about the fact that he didn't ever,
look for you
or come look for me. And then dad kind of got a little bit too drunk because it was a dinner. And then basically he was kind of tussled and thrown out of the Feywild. And then I kind of lingered for a while because I'm there going, okay, so how do I address his parents? Didn't really know what to say to them, and well, yeah.
For the record, his parents still like you. They just look at you and look at your immediate look at your biological and your adoptive family, and it's just like, it could be worse. We'll take it.
Oh, and I also found out my dad is gay as well.
Your dad as which dad?
Yes,
dwarf dad. The dwarf dad.
Okay, that's at least something more wholesome. At least because at least someone is a bit more open about things.
It was more on the lines of, I kind of got into the subject of why he never listened to me when it came to, all the women I tried to set him up with, and then he just sort of very drunkenly told me he didn't like women, he liked men, and I went, that explains so much.
So, okay, aside from that thing, I'm pretty sure that there now exists a edition of the Book of Grudges with your dad's name on it.
I don't think he's going to remember by the morning, so I highly doubt that.
Another good thing that came out of this. Any grudge that he will have from that, he will be too drunk to remember.
Anyway,
What did come out of it? I got a friend who I can ride.
You got a
Giggity.
Zareed!
another one?
Zareed!
Does that make two Fae when we're fucking now?
No! It's an elk that...
Thanks for that. Sorry,
great, now
just...
she's boinking it out.
No, it's not that, it's just... at least it's not someone she's... That, sorry, just... With sex withdrawal syndrome or whatever my youngest sister calls it.
Vesta's just sitting there, like, working on her part of the plan, just watching these,
Just watching Akagi begrudgingly try to have a conversation with Sareed.
Okay, Susan, do me a favor. Roll me a crafting check for your little work there.
Yes. And at the suggestion of I believe the suggestion that it be made to have joints and such was passed on to
Vesta?
yes, was passed on to Vesta.
Mm.
Now,
So-
there are my skills. Crafting! Let's do this. Grand total of 34.
Oh.
Pretty convincing, then.
Yep, it is.
You have a very realistic, well-made, basically marionette, human-sized marionette of, Tess.
Yep.
Let's hope that thing doesn't get thrown away, because there exists a type of curse, if I, the sort of yokai that would make me behave like how I behaved at that noble mansion. That is basically discarded puppet possessed by an angry spirit.
So, fair enough. But
The spirit's anger.
Elara should be able to. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys,
But yeah.
so you guys are gonna set the trap.
Yep.
If this thing survives it, we at least have a doppel test in case something goes completely pear-shaped and Tess's identity gets revealed to someone.
Yep.
Okay. Roll me. After you guys are done, roll me another perception check.
So
Okay.
we've gotten all the.
All of us?
The ones who are setting the trap, not Akaki, since Akaki is dealing with Sareed.
Is
Yeah,
ranked
that's-
Sareed.
And I'm pretty sure Merrick is.
Helping.
Yeah.
Dirty 30.
Okay.
Nice.
Susan?
Just a second.
I would hate for you to get a natural 30. That would tell me some things.
Namely, that your dice are funky.
Susan?
One moment.
For Alara and for Vesta, please.
Okay, for Vesta, that's a 28. Thank goodness that was almost a nat 1.
How?
Okay, next one.
And you say perception?
Yeah, so it's perception.
Merrick isn't there.
No, so then
He's
yes,
helping.
there's
He's helping wrangle Sareed because if Sareed,
Yeah.
because now the entire party
Yeah.
is probably going to need to be involved
In the attack.
It's going to be involved once they once this thing is captured and we can start poking it, but until then, everybody's just kind of like, some of the party's sitting outside the window, others are directly involved, sitting outside the door, others are directly involved, and for Elara, that is a 25.
Okay. Alara, Ed, and Vesta all hear a skittering sound as if claws are rapidly tapping on the walls outside.
Right, hide in the corners,
don't.
and when it comes out, eat it.
Elara has actually
You don't.
has actually
Yeah.
gotten herself into a little hollow, into basically the attic above the room, and has threaded the threads she's using to control the marionette through the floor panels, and is just having it Aki, you're watching this through like a crack in the door. This is the creepiest shit you've ever seen.
What? Kiki just has to mentally chant. It's not an undead, 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 it's not an
Here's the
undead.
part that's freaky for you. You know Tess is in her room. You know Tess is in your room where she is perfectly safe, but at the same time, in the low lighting of the room, you cannot tell that is a mannequin.
Yeah, basically all the part of her instincts of protection and everything is just screaming. It's just and stuff like that. It's just screaming at her right now. This is basically Eva met Mordren.
Just
So, during this time, has night fallen? And if night has fallen, has Kesbeck returned to join them in the hunt?
probably.
So, Kesbeck has returned.
So, Kesbeck,
Wonderful.
you get into the bill. You return to the inn, I presume.
Alright.
Well, do you? Or are you doing something else with your evening?
We are actively hunting for the serial killer right now, so, that is of interest to you.
Yes, if I've been told that it's there, I would probably go there.
You've been told it's targeting Tess. Tess is staying at the inn. Ergo. It probably...
And
since it failed to get Tess previously, it might come back.
you also have a rogue bunch of adventurers trying to hunt this thing, which adventurers are very good at getting things done. Adventurers are also good at causing problems, both of which are things you probably want to take care of.
Yep.
So you are at the
When you
inn. Yes.
When you arrive to the inn, you notice a new face. Mumsy, please describe Sareed.
Yeah. What does he see when he sees Sareed?
So he sees a wood elf with somewhat blondish hair. With her skin is mostly a rather barky brown with hints of green in it. Big green eyes.
Probably a wood elf of some kind.
Mm-hmm. Big green eyes. In what looks like dwarven plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
And on her side you see a morning star and a elven curved blade.
She's currently sitting with the halfling. Is part of the group of
Problem children.
The group of problem.
Problem. Yeah, the group of problem.
Yeah.
And the two are talking like they at least know each other kind of well.
You keep breeding like rats.
Alright.
I heard that laugh, Susan. I heard that laugh all the way down here.
Sorry.
Does Sareed hear this very obvious you guys breed?
You guys breed like rats. Yeah. Well, Sareed hears it. He is not hiding his disdain for this group.
Sareed just sort of stands up, turns around, and just goes, okay, your father taught you manners, so you're gonna be nice, kind, respectful. What the fuck does that mean?
It means that there's more adventurers here, and you're part of the same crew as this one. And you're so slow on the uptake. The beast is here. Get moving.
Okay, what's this about a beast?
Oh god, the party's temporary straight man has run into the party's idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, good. They haven't caught you up on anything. Great.
Oh, and by the way, Kesbeck, you do not know
that it's
where the
here.
thing is. Yeah.
There's a chance it'll come here, but you're not 100% sure.
Yeah, you did not
First
hear
thing
the
you're probably
skittering.
going to see here is Ed going, is probably Ed screaming at either his screaming its battle cry from Tessa's room.
Once it occurs, that will probably be the party's cue. Anyways, so...
And we will probably have to move to a map with the room when that happens.
Yep.
Sure, we will.
Then allow me to amend my statement. I see that you're so ridiculously enamored with each other that you haven't even set up a proper watch. Kudos.
Out of character, does Merrick know what the others are doing?
Merrick has no doubtedly been brought up to speed on the plan. And now I just need to go grab Kesbeck's mini and drag him over to... Okay, Kesbeck mini, you're going on an adventure.
Whee!
Oh shoot, that's not the right one.
Oh no.
This is the right one.
Cool. So I'll break everyone's heart. You guys wait for several hours, and it doesn't show up at the trap.
What? Could you use sort of... What? What?
It's possible... Vesta, who is, like, kneeling down, like, right next to Aki, is just like... Look, it's possible. It's probably aware that Kesbeck, Merrick, and I found its stash, so it's probably gonna lie low for a little bit.
That's not really comforting.
That's me.
Kesbeck, I have wonderful news for you.
Oh no.
In the distance, you hear a scream. You recognize the voice. Recognize the voice.
Oh no!
It's your sister.
What the fuck is the sister doing out at night away from the helicopter brother extension squad?
Oh there! Does that scream reach the others as well?
Oh yeah, no, everyone hears it. His sister went out, did go out to see her friends. Her sister, for record, his sister did say the night at her friend's house, and may have been on her way to her friend's house at this point. Her friend does live in this area of town, so that is why she is out and about in this area.
Right.
Great.
So,
Kiki just heard it, and basically the first was he basically yelled, "Well, now we know where it is," and she just rushes out. She just rushes ahead.
You'd probably...
Passy.
Well, before Chaos... This is a person Kesbeck personally is very attached to, so we should probably give him the...
Kesbeck is going to be fucking boosting himself out.
Yeah,
Kesbeck is the first person to have heard it, and he knows that scream.
BigBrother.exe has now activated.
Oh there.
So
what is Kesbeck doing?
You hear the scream.
Do I get to talk now?
Yes, you may.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to get the group to quiet down so you could do. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. Great.
Oh, Susan, if you wouldn't mind getting the spooky music going.
Let Felix talk now.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Kesbeck hears this, and yes, his first thought is to just run, but he also knows what the fuck he's dealing with. So as he goes to bolt out the door, he just screams back, If I don't get backup, you're out of the town!
Yeah.
So basically, this is a everybody follow me or you're fucked.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I attempt to find an appropriate mini for this.
I apologize. I apologize for dumping this in your lap, but you guys had such a wonderful plan I wanted to ruin.
Ed looks at the lightning.
You guys were making perception checks for a reason.
We're all talking over each other at once.
Sorry.
Okay, so Kesbeck is out the door. Sarid and Merrick are on the first floor with Kesbeck. Therefore, one of you two needs to notify the upstairs crew of what the fuck is going on here.
I'll yell to Sarid. Sarid, follow Kesbeck and help him. I notify the others.
Okay, but it's a bit rude. I've just got here, and he's already gonna kick me out of town?
Yeah.
He doesn't get back up, yes!
Yeah.
Fine, running!
Yeah, I've run the guard in this town. I will run you out of it.
Merrick runs up to the other ones. Kesbeck just bolted out and said he wanted backup, I think it's rather urgent.
I could get used to at the word backup. I could get used to rushes past him.
Just new.
Ed looks at them. Ed looks at the dummy. Ed looks at the ceiling. Goes, grabs the lightning halberd and chucks upstairs. If it comes back, deal with it. We're only going to get this one chance.
I'll stay put and keep this ruse going. If it trips the trap, I'll do my best to keep it here.
Good.
Take Vesta. I can care for myself.
Vesta, with me.
Understood. So I want everyone who can to copy their character. Right click and click copy.
We can't. I can't.
Oh, son of a... I forgot that was a thing only I could do. I'll move you guys over. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh, it's never good when your co-DM goes, oh, that's not good. So, Sarid, you took off right after Kesbeck, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so for the first bit, I'm going to say it will be... I know this is very arbitrary as the co-DM, but for the first round, since the rest of the party has to assemble and then follow, for the first round, it will be you two.
Yeah, Susan, if I may.
Yes.
The first round, Sarid and it's just going to be Sarid and Kesbeck.
Yep.
Round after that, still just Sarid and Kesbeck. After that, Akaki will arrive.
Because
after that, Ed will arrive.
Ed with Vesta, because the two went together.
With Vesta.
Okay, then. Now, I just need to find the find the token you wanted to use for this abomination.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, I'm gonna save that question until asked. Okay.
Wait, what's the question?
The question was just, Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that face? I was looking at your stream and I just see a face and I'm like, what?
Why are you watching the stream? This is behind the curtain. Pay no attention to the shit behind the curtain.
I was just looking at the chat.
Yeah, I'm also looking at the chat.
Yeah. But for Kesbeck, since he is so trained in intimidation and demoralizing is a part of his thing, can I roll intimidation for initiative, or no?
I will... Given that Pathfinder has rules for using alternative skills and stats for initiative, I will allow it. Namely because you are kind of sort of getting the drop on this thing.
Give me a roll.
Oh yeah, I'm giving you your initiative roll. Initiative of 32.
Cool.
And you're picking Jeff the Killer.
That was the
Guess
thing
what?
I was told to use for the token for this thing. What do you want from me?
I just had to find it. I just looked for a creepy face, and that's what I found. Have fun with it, guys.
This was what was found. This is what
I needed to smile.
This is what we're dealing with. This is what I was told to use for a token. This is what we've got now. To deal with it. Anyways, so I tried to get this to do a nighttime, but it's not as dark as it could be. We can just say that that's the case because the members of the party present actually have dark vision.
Yeah.
I love that I can roll initiative with an intimidation because that's a plus 19 to initiative.
You're gonna love this.
And don't remember that it becomes a 34 thanks to Merrick.
Merrick is not physically Merrick needs to be physically
Merrick is not present
for his abilities for his AoE abilities to take effect.
Ah,
exactly.
Yeah, he's in the Merrick is in the third group to arrive.
Yeah.
So, if I'm...
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Oh no.
I'm going to second with a 32.
Yes. You're going.
No, I'm not against that. I'm just wondering what stat you rolled for its initiative. Because that either means it's got a high wisdom for perception, and it's got a really good perception score, so there's no point to stealthing it. Or you rolled something else, and then I have no fucking idea what's going on.
Well, you have no idea what's going on, so have fun.
Beautiful.
I'm not going to tell you what I rolled for this asshole.
Fair.
Not helping the big brother here, Rep.
That's
correct.
Fine.
That's the point.
He is supposed to be stressed out, uncertain, and in distress.
Yes, that's the point.
Anyway,
are you not in a dark room? I specifically requested that.
Anyway.
Oh, Susan, can you get the creepy music going?
Ah, yes, of course.
Probably should have had that going a while ago, honestly.
Do we want track 1? Do we want track 1 or track 2?
Let's do track 2. Throw them off a bit.
Okay, track 2. Copy. Excuse me a moment while I find it. What one did you suggest?
Honestly, they're all kind of the same.
Yep.
So, it doesn't matter which one, I just picked them so there would be variety in the same.
So, as a note, after the stream is finished and I can do a comment, there will be a pinned comment for where we sourced our music.
Yeah.
Because always credit the artists.
Yeah.
Of course.
Now, those of you who are watching the stream, please let me know if you hear this music playing.
I got nothing, Susan. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay between my audio and the stream's audio. I'm going to turn it down a little bit so I can actually hear the party.
Sweet, sweet.
It's still,
Sweet dream.
It's still loud, it's still audible, but it's still, like, loud-ish.
Yep.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
Oh no, we ain't going anything, like, normal.
There are no sweet dreams here.
Only nightmare fuel. So,
Mama time!
okay, so... Lovely DM, co-DM, since I am not physically... since I don't have a character physically present, why don't you paint the scene for us? The only thing that I will be moving around will be the sister figurine because she is an NPC.
Wonderful. We'll go ahead and have her.
Let me just give
We will go ahead and make Kesbeck third turn and give the sister
an
a
initiative.
turn.
Well, we would have
Yeah.
to. Well, we would have to. I doubt her
We're not gonna-
initiative is high. She's 13. I doubt her initiative is any high. I doubt anything she could roll for initiative is higher than what this thing or Kesbeck has gotten. So she might actually be She might actually be right around Serene.
Well, yeah, we're more putting this in a. They just arrived, so she's getting to move before they did.
Okay.
So, painting the scene. You guys come into a dark alleyway. Kesbeck, you are relieved to see that your sister does not appear to be harmed. The reason she had screamed being the 4 bodies laying on the ground. The roof runners you sent to watch over her, dead. Notably, their death was from single wounds, claw flashes to the throat, heart, or up the back of the skull through the brainstem and into the brain. They were killed quickly and efficiently. Unfortunately, you see none other than the beast, the thing that has been stalking the streets of your city for probably months now, and it is facing towards your sister, slowly walking towards her. As described to you, or as Tess had described, it is wearing a dirty, ragged cloak. Generally human in shape. In fact, it appears to be barefooted. Its skin what skin you can find appears to be a mix of different skin tones. And when you see its face, it has a rictus grin. Almost like a customer service personnel. Almost like customer service employee who is trying to put on a friendly face, but the smile is completely soulless. Where there should be thought and emotion in this thing is simply a void. It stares not at your sister, but somehow past her, with glassy, unfeeling eyes, slowly walking towards her. As it does, you hear it say, "Please do not resist. Your consent is not necessary, as this is a necessary procedure."
The track is not on loop, so I have to start it up again.
You're gonna need to... Damn it. Hold on.
Out of character, that sounds a lot like a crazy medical bot.
Since I can control the sister, she is going to kind of back up a little bit.
Hey, Susan.
Yes?
How do I get to the other screen?
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
I'm still at the end.
Oh shit, I need to move players so you can do things. My bad. Well, we're here now.
Yeah.
You have the ability to move, the thingamajig.
Yeah, I don't know how to change screens because I'm still looking at the inn here.
I moved everybody over.
He's got GM permissions. He's got to move on his own.
Okay.
I have no idea.
There's a blue thing called a page toolbar. Click on that.
Okay, I just reset, so I am now here.
Okay, I was gonna say, if all else fails, just click and scroll down to the red banner where you see players. That's where everyone is at the moment.
Yeah. So it quickly moves over to.
She had backed up slightly.
Okay.
Because this thing is between her and safety, as it were. I'm going to just reorient Kesbeck and Sareed really quickly. Kesbeck, you do know your sister your sister did see you.
Yeah. Behind the thing, you see, with the thing between you and your sister, you see your sister peeking out, looking at you, a look of panic and terror on her face as this thing approaches and looms over her.
Yeah, that's...
that's not good.
That's not standing.
So...
So it raises a hand, and you see the flesh of its mismatched hand briefly bulge before it bursts, the flesh and bone of the hand scattering as a set of claws covered in the blood and viscera of the meat that this thing's hand was made out of unfurl as it raises up and it strikes at your sister.
Out of character, this thing is going to be dead soon. Very dead.
You hope.
We shall see.
Now,
You hope.
I'm just going to make a quick roll on my end.
So, I rolled a 27 on its attack.
The actual adult player characters don't have that much AC.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, wait, no. Yeah,
I have a 23.
Yeah, same.
I have a 26.
Yeah, enjoy. Roll 27, so...
I'm too far away to do anything,
So is the rest of the group.
Damage is a 10 slashing.
I will give... For the sake of keeping a promise made, and my own personal lines as a DM, and for the tone of this campaign, and the consent of the other players, in sheets we all filled out, while, Kesbeck, while you do hear your sister cry out in pain, you don't see her fall.
Thank you, Susan.
Thanks for keeping that, but okay.
These are apologies.
I had plans for maintaining the promises kept, thank you.
Okay,
But okay.
I just wanted to make it clear for everybody watching as well as us. We as the players know you intended to keep that promise. The players, the people watching may not have known the promise was made in the first place.
Yeah, that is something that is going to come up, but yes, okay. So, it is now Kesbeck's turn.
Beautiful. Wonderful.
You may now take action.
You bet your sweet bippy I'm going to.
Have fun.
Yeah, as I said, out of character, that thing is going to be dead soon. Because it just pissed off Big Brother.
Anyways.
Damn, that's far.
Yeah.
But due to Pathfinder's action economy, you should be able to make it. And
you can make it. You can make it and make an attack.
Especially since I got a speed of 40 feet.
Yeah, you can get right up there without expending
so
all
yeah,
your actions.
two actions to get right the fuck there.
Let's see.
And then the first thing I'm going to do is grab this thing's shoulder.
Okay.
Give it the coldest stink eye I can.
Okay.
Not my sister, you fucking wench. Demoralize attempt.
Roll for it.
I have to do this to be able to actually hit. I need my panache, motherfucker.
Roll for it.
So, don't have panache. Not released any character.
Let me guess.
Zero HP.
Swashbuckler uses some sort of charisma skill to get panache, then attack.
It's not. It doesn't have to be a charisma skill. My swashbuckler specifically has to. It doesn't just have to demoralize. I can also do other things, but demoralize is my bonus way to do it. Essentially.
Ah, so you picked an extra way to do it.
Yes. That is a 34 intimidation.
It fails.
It is demoralized 1, and it cannot be undemoralized.
No. The demoralizing fails.
Oh, shit.
This thing, this expression does not shift or change from the plastic customer service grin, and it does not appear to have the capacity for fear.
Cool. Okay. Well,
I love the comment, not today, Nurgle.
Yeah. Wind. At the Christmas wind.
Moving on. Sorry.
Yeah. Also checking the Discord chat.
Let's just move along.
Shit.
So, was that demoralize an action? Is that your turn?
Demoralize is an action. That is my turn. So next turn I'm gonna have to do the other way to get panache.
Yep.
Indeed.
Fortunately, now...
Reed, you're up.
Right. Okay.
Sareed,
How
fuckery ahead.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
so
how are you going to deal with... Oh, by the way, this thing absolutely reeks of rot and death.
So how far away is it from us?
About,
you haven't measured it.
It's as DM to player, it's about 60 feet or so. Given Pathfinder's action economy, you might be able to make it.
Yeah, if you got...
I would probably have to use my entire round to just get there.
If you have range options, you can always try shooting at it.
Yeah, but I don't really want to throw a javelin.
So what is your base movement speed, Mums?
25.
Okay, you can...
Yeah, that would be the whole turn.
Yeah, that would be... But... You getting close enough might actually... But yeah, you getting close enough might actually help, so it's better that than nothing.
Yeah. So, what I'm... Do I... If I can get 50 feet, do you think throwing a javelin would be a good idea?
I mean, it's a better idea than anything. It's a better idea than not doing anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Sarid, do you have armor walker or anything, as in you get any movement penalties or skill penalties?
Oh, movement penalties, don't you worry. That's why I'm at 25 feet, not 35.
We may want to work on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wait a minute. Wait, Sarid has a friend.
Yes.
Sarid does have a friend.
On top of...
How many actions does it take to summon said friend?
Summoning... Oh, jeez. Let's have a little look. Okay, so... I think it's probably going to be a 2-action thing.
Okay, in that case, it's a... Yeah, it would probably be smarter to get up there and yeet a javelin, and then next turn move closer, and then just start unleashing a can of whoop ass.
Okay, cool.
Because you're gonna need that can of whoop ass.
Yep, so Sarid is going to stride on up like a badass for a good 50 feet.
Probably a little bit closer
Oh, wait,
to running.
Well, yeah, running, but then also holding javelin ready to throw.
The entire map is shifting under Sarid.
That was an accident.
Let's just
Because I had no idea what I'm doing with DM privileges.
let's just yeet Sarid up here.
Whee!
Let's put you like here. That way you have a clear shot.
Sarid doesn't move to it. It moves to Sarid.
So, alright. I'm gonna throw the javelin right now.
Roll for it.
Okay. So. So how does a 33 do? I got a natural 20.
Nat 20, nice.
You crit.
Okay.
So so roll on double the damage.
So roll the dice twice and add your modifier.
Previously we've done doubling rules for
Okay.
crits.
Then double it. Double it.
Yeah, and the Pathfinder does itself have a state that...
The doubling. But anyways, moving forward, roll damage, don't forget to double.
20.
20. So you throw your javelin, it flies through the air, hits it in the gut, goes on one side, goes out the other, and as this happens, the gut rips open, and just organs spill out onto the ground. Its expression does not shift at all, it does not change expression at all, though its head does twitch rapidly twitch and rotate towards you and stares at you for a moment, as it is now noticed your existence.
Cool. Sareed will see this turn round and be like, damn, this is one ugly motherfucker. Oof.
Yeah, this thing is triggering all your
Nope.
all your nope.
So this thing's attention has diverted from the sister. Yes?
Yeah, it is not currently looking at the sister. Though I will say that when it did turn its head, it turned its head much further than a human should be able to. Not quite 180 degrees, but more like, let's call it 170, 160. And as it does this, Kesbeck can hear bones snapping and breaking in its neck.
Beautiful.
This thing ain't right. The sister will be taking advantage of the fact that this thing has stopped looking at her to kind of just scoot away from it and basically just burn every action she has to get behind her brother.
Okay.
Kesbeck, you can see that as she darts by you, you see in your peripheral that it looks like she'd put her arms up to defend herself, and that seems to be where the injury is. A good healer can take care of that lickety-split. May want to have it cleaned out first, because infection's a bitch, but she should be okay. Physically, at least.
Yeah, she's gonna need some counseling after this.
Or, memory wiping. Just whatever's the most effective at the time. Anywho, so she's gotten behind Kesbeck. Sareed, this child appears to be the same species as this guardsman, and his immediate I'm gonna kill it at her screaming in pain. I'm not gonna make you roll for this. These two are related somehow.
This is family.
Based on the apparent age difference between the two, most likely a younger sibling.
We'll get your sibling out of this. Don't you worry.
It is now, I believe, top of the initiative order since the sister took her action.
Correct.
Meaning it's now its turn, I guess.
Yup.
Correct.
I will say this to all parties involved. I don't know what this thing does. Rep made this thing entirely whole cloth. I haven't seen its sheet. I haven't seen its stats. I don't know what it does.
It has
Great!
It has lots of fun tricks built into it.
Yes. Now, if anyone needs me, I'll be right back. I don't have a character in this, so I need to take care of something really quick.
Yep. So, Kesbeck. Quick questions, because I am still a little bit new to Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Grappling is a contested athletics check, yes?
Give me 2 seconds and I'll be able to get that information for you. I'm going to assume it's contested athletics, but I also assumed
You also assumed you could intimidate this thing.
It has no soul.
I did write in the Discord that I think he made it
Oh. No, it is not contested athletics, technically.
Oh.
It is
Okay.
you're rolling athletics against my fortitude DC.
Oh, that's fun. So your fortitude DC is Yeah, that's this thing reaches out, grabs you, and this thing's grip is like an iron vice as it grabs you. As it says this, it says, it tells you, please wait 1 moment. I will be with you. Please wait 1 second. I will be with you in a moment.
Just
in
the cheeriest but also most soulless customer service voice. like you accidentally cut the line at the deli.
Yes.
Basically, this is a customer service robot.
Okay. Now, hold on a second.
Okay.
Because you have me flat-footed for the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have me grabbed until the end of your next turn, or unless it moves, or I try to escape.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that.
You're not gonna have to worry about that for much longer now.
No, I'm just saying it can't move while it holds me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Can I use my liberating step because this is happening?
Probably
when it's your turn.
When it's your
turn. A reaction.
Oh, it's a reaction.
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a reaction, so when an enemy damages, grabs, or grapples your ally, and they are both within 15 feet of me, I can basically tell the ally take another save and attempt to escape.
Make it.
Oh, so I can make an escape attempt right off.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, Reactions,
right.
And Mumsy. I'm proud of you for reading your sheet and thinking of that that quickly. If this were
very good.
If this were D&D, I'd chuck you an inspiration point just to reward you for reading your sheet and knowing what your shit does.
They're called hero points. They work the exact same.
Yes, take it. You might need it. This hero point may save your ass. This is use it or lose it. What in the depths of Skull Island was this thing meant to be? You'll find out, Dragon Rider.
Obviously,
so I
it's
have
meant to be a source of trauma.
So here's how escape attempts work. I basically try to unarm attack my way out of this, and I have to beat your athletics DC because you're grappling me.
Oh yeah, by the way, the triggering damage for you escaping is also another 2 plus my level. So that's 7.
So you know what? I have a special unarmed attack. I'm gonna bite this thing with my fangs to get out.
You are...
Oh, that is gonna be nasty.
That's gonna be the nastiest thing you've ever tasted. Alright,
I don't care.
So
my fangs do more damage.
This shit might give you food poisoning.
Roll for it.
Okay. That is a 25 to beat its athletics DC.
And the DC is just 10 plus its mod, right?
Yeah, 10 plus its athletics mod.
Fails.
I fail or it fails?
You fail.
You can't just say fails because then I'm like, is that hope or denial?
Did it? Denial. What is this?
You were making the attempt. You failed.
You probably still have your mouth full of this thing, but...
Also, yeah, go ahead and roll me a fortitude check for that.
Because...
I have decent fortitude.
Because, dear sweet it just passed its sell-by date. It should be fine. Dude, I work
30.
in a kitchen. We don't fuck around with the sell-bys.
Let me put it to you like this thing. Like this. This thing is,
funky.
They're about to be rolling. Yeah.
Yeah, 30.
Okay. You managed to pass your fortitude check. So you do get a mouthful of this thing, and it is the most rancid, disgusting slab of flesh you have ever tasted. You also feel something very, very hard as your fang digs into it. Might be bone, might be something else. You're not entirely certain, mostly because you are barely holding back the urge to vomit.
All right.
And
well, it still has me, but
you acted in defiance. Congratulations. Let's see, Fortitude DC. Okay. That's a critical success.
What did you do, Rap?
It, after grabbing Kezbek, lifts Kezbek up over his head and then slams Kezbek on the ground.
So it's a crit success, so I'm taking... Wait, did this fucker just suplex me?
It didn't even suplex you. It just lifted you up, turned you sideways, slammed you straight down, and just dropped you as it was swinging you down. It didn't even bend its knees or anything. The only thing that moved is its arms.
To help your imagination, Felix, the thing Bane did to Batman it didn't bring you down on its knee. It just slammed you into the ground.
So it powerbombed me.
Basically.
Yes. You take 5 bludgeoning damage. You are knocked prone, and you are knocked prone and dazzled for 1 round.
Okay.
You take 2d. Actually, no. Hold on. You take 2d6 plus strength modifier. I was looking at the normal success, not the critical success. Ha!
This is not technically meant to. This is. Oh,
not technically meant to kill you.
That's what. So that's what that move looks like.
Ow! I can only say ow.
Yep. So that is 2d6 plus 5. You take 12 bludgeoning damage. Apologies. You take 12 bludgeoning damage. You are knocked prone and dazzled for 1 round. So and it no longer has a hold of you because it just boom on the ground.
So everything is concealed to me because I don't have any other senses besides sight.
Yes.
Okay.
Sareed, as it does this, you see energy force up its arms, and there is a bright flash of magical light as it slams him into the ground, which is what blinded him.
Okay. Well,
this is an interesting cuckoo.
It is, yes. That is his turn. Kezbek, it is now your turn.
Cool. Looking up concealed condition, it only applies a flat DC check 5. Of course, DM's discretion. We are higher levels, so that might be flat check for low level. Either way, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tumble through to get behind it.
Okay. So you're going to roll between its legs, basically?
Yeah. Because this is the other way I get panache.
Okay.
So I need to make an acrobatics check against its reflex, hoping that its reflex ain't as good as its fortitude.
I hope so, too.
30. 17 on the die.
And you said the check was against its athletics earlier, not its fortitude. And what would you say it was? 30?
For tumble through, yes, 30 against reflex DC.
You fail.
What the fuck?
Like I said, I know nothing about what he's done with this thing. All I know as the DM is what this thing is in regards to in-story. I don't know what this thing is mechanically.
Rap, please don't tell me you are planning to kill people today.
Okay.
No.
So I can I can't move anymore, and if it has attack of opportunity, it gets one.
You're lucky that it doesn't. Wait, hold on.
Because
Don't tell me.
Okay, yeah, you're lucky it does not have attack of opportunity.
Well, shit. I don't get panache then. Either way, I guess I'll make 2 checks. Just let me know. No,
Yeah.
if this thing can't be fucking frightened, it can't be dazzled either.
Dazzled is a visual overstimulation. It is not a emotional effect.
It could
Alright
work.
then, first thing I'm gonna do is fucking spit poison in its face.
See what that does to it.
Okay. How's that work?
It is, because I have a cobra head, I just spit in its face
I understand that. I'm talking mechanically.
Oh, mechanically it works like a dart attack.
Okay, so roll for it.
Yep. The dazzled only procs on a crit. So does a 23 hit.
23 hits.
Is 23 a 10 above?
No.
Okay. So no crit. It takes 5 poison damage.
Alright, as your venom hits its face, there is a distinct hissing noise as parts of the flesh of its face are melting off. However, its rictus customer service grin never leaves as it stares at you, well, seemingly past you. It's hard to tell because of the eyeballs actually being melted by the venom.
Cool. Rapier second attack, so this is with multi-attack bonus.
Oh.
24 to hit.
24 hits.
8 piercing damage.
Okay. So... as you stab into its chest and rip your rapier out, more of its fleshy, meaty parts fall onto the floor. Beneath it, you see a metallic gleam.
It's a robot that dresses itself out of character. It's a robot that dresses itself in flesh.
Be hush. You see a metallic gleam underneath the flesh. Beyond this, it seems it does not seem to care that you did this.
Oh, good. That's how I love my robot monsters. Uncaring.
Unfeeling, uncaring.
The question becomes, is it worse if it doesn't care, or is it worse if it panics like a human would?
If it panicked like a human would, I'd be able to do shit to it.
Fair. I mean, just from a creeped out perspective.
I'm not creeped out at all. It's just a thing.
Ah, so you do not have an uncanny valley.
I'm not looking at it. So
I'm very disappointed. I've worked hard to make this thing creepy, Felix. You're hurting my feelings.
Rep, it's a game. It's not real, so I'm fine. This is how I play horror games. I'm just like, that shit ain't real. Move on.
Good.
We need to get the music working better. Susan, we need to get the new game system up so we can get the music going properly.
Yes. Anywho, so...
Is that your turn, Kez?
Yeah, that's 3 actions.
Okay. Sareed, you're up.
Okay. Sareed is going to summon her elk. As she shouts the name Moonstrider.
The elk appears.
Strider!
It is very. The fur is. It's a big fucking elk. Although elk are big on their own. Its fur is silver, and the horns are actually glowing. Like, so who here's seen the picture of a reindeer that's had its horns painted with reflective paint so it doesn't get pancaked by a car?
Oh yeah, that shiz. Nice.
Yeah, that.
I've seen pictures of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Are you gonna put a little critter by her so we have the elk?
Let me just find a token for it. So it has been summoned. I'll say it appears like here. What do you do with it?
Sareed just sort of goes, take the little girl out of here, and just sends it in the direction of the little girl.
The little girl is right the fuck there. So.
Alright, I put a blue ringed octopus there, so because I can't find a proper token for the elk.
I will find one.
That's
I will find one. Don't worry about it. We may have to improv. We may have to improv something, but it's right there. Yeah. So the elk gets down onto the ground, so the girl can climb up top, which she does quickly, although wincing slightly as Sareed, you see deep claw wounds on her arms. You can't see bone, but damn, those are deep. And given what you've seen of this thing's claws, she's gonna need to see a professional for that.
Yay!
Does that count as a professional?
She's trained in medicine. So she does get on its back, and Moonstrider kind of looks to you, and you see this thing is way more intelligent than your standard beast, and it kind of nods its head as if understanding exactly what you want it to do. The girl, for her credit, is hanging on to this thing for dear life, and it rockets off out of the alleyway, taking the sister to safety.
Sareed did a thing!
Yes, Sareed did a very important thing. You removed a vulnerable non-combatant. Because this girl does not have any class levels or any way of defending herself. She's a young enough of Kesbeck's species. She can't even properly spit venom yet.
Damn, she hasn't even hatched yet.
Well, no. Basically, because there's enough humanoid, she would need to finish puberty to be able to spit enough venom to actually hurt something. Currently, hers acts like pepper spray. Kesbeck's is mace, or bear spray. The shit you don't fuck with.
Yeah, if I crit, I give you a persistent point of poison damage. And dazzle you. So I just do the most.
Yep. I will say this, Kesbeck, you hear Sareed call for something. You hear something with hooves kind of hit the ground. And then you hear you hear her say, "Take the girl to safety." You hear some rustling around, then you hear it just thundering off.
Well, my dazzled should be gone. I was only dazzled 1, right?
Yeah, it was dazzled 1, so it's till the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can see the big fuck off silver glowy elk sprinting off with his sister.
Yeah, and you also heard Sareed say, "Take her to safety."
You adventurers are finally good for something.
So I believe that is round 3 we're going into right now.
Yep, round 3 has now begun. Our new player characters have entered the fray. Please roll initiative.
Okay, so that's Akagi
now,
and
Akagi.
That's,
yeah.
That is Akaki.
Yep.
29.
I'll bring her token.
A what?
A 29, she said.
Okay, cool.
I have a brain cell, I swear to God. Nope, not what I wanted to do. One moment. So, Akagi, you see a giant glowy silver elk the size of a draft. Actually, no, elk are pretty close in size to a draft horse. You see a standard size silver elk with glowing horns carrying a child with wounds on her arms, and the elk is just thundering by you.
Cheers goes. I'm guessing that's okay, I've seen the elk now,
Serene,
Serene.
what did you do? Serene, what did you do?
I will put you right about here, and I'm going to remove the elk and the child because they have been moved to safety.
The child.
I can.
How good's your dark vision? You can move from one side to the other to give yourself a clear line of sight, but you have just arrived. There is fuckery over there. Serene is standing right there. Is Kesbeck still on the ground?
Yes.
Yeah, is Kesbeck still prone?
Yeah, he did not stand up to make his spits or stabs.
Yep. So you see...
He's still target.
So you see what Rep has described.
Okay, she is just going.
You can probably also smell it.
What that? Yeah, no, that. She just looks at it. I'm gonna roll up. By
the way, yeah, this is a point that this thing should probably activate your phantasmophobia. Roll for that.
And because you have the sword on you, use the appropriate bonuses.
I have 8, so that means I get to roll again with the 18. 33!
Okay. Is that higher than your class DC?
Yes! Let me check. By at least 10 points.
The adrenaline and the fact that this thing hurt a child, you're able to shove your phantasmophobia to the back of your mind. I will say this, if you succeed like that again in a similar situation, I will allow you to downgrade your phantasmophobia slightly, thus lowering the DC you need to best it and act normally. Succeed in such a way enough times and you will lose this phobia.
You also, as you grip the sword, you feel a righteous fury and bravery flowing from the sword into yourself.
Kiki is just going to mentally go, well, this is how my dad does it, and she just takes the sword and puts it in her, takes that sword and puts it in her mouth.
Oh god, she's going Zorro mode on us.
This is what... Okay, so I agreed to this back when this was still a Pathfinder campaign, back when this was still a 5e game. I can't back out now. Here we are now, I guess. I will say this: I will say this: you crit fail this, you are gonna have to see, you are going to have to see a healer.
Of course, because and also one thing, Akagi can no longer communicate because unlike her dad, she
has a mouthful of sword.
And speaking with mouthful of sword will require specialized training.
Yeah, training her dad has, but she never really grasped. And her type of sword fighting required that sort of sword. Her type of sword fighting, it can be made in more than one sword. It just you need to be able to hold them. The reason why she's stuck with 2 was because
2 arms, 2 hands, and also 2 swords.
Yeah, there's no way she can just.
Anyways,
I am going going to spend 2 movements to just move up next to it, and I'm going to activate challenge.
Okay. What is challenge do?
The challenge is a 1-action thing that I get from my subclass.
Okay.
What challenge does? It selects one enemy and declare a challenge. You gain a damage bonus equal to the weapon's damage die to the selected enemy against at the cost of -1 to my AC against other enemies. I can only have 1 active challenge at a time.
Okay. So is that it? That your turn?
That's it. I used 2 actions to move up.
Okay, cool. Well, we are now at the top of the turn.
The child has fled the vicinity.
It is now at Creeper McCreeperson's turn. And guess what? Since you guys got through its meat armor, it raises its other hand that has not yet to explode into a meat confetti thing to reveal claws. Yeah, it does that too.
I love how this kind of reminds me of a horned toad. Just
I think you mean a very different animal, because horned toads are the ones that squirt blood out their eyeballs.
I'm probably thinking. Yeah. Oh wait, clawed toad. I think it's a clawed toad. Never mind.
Whatever the fuck it is, it's proof that...
I know what you're talking about.
It's proof that...
The one that pops its bones out to grow claws, yeah.
Yeah.
That thing, I take that thing as proof against intelligent design, because what god would make that?
A very rude one.
I still love that
little character. Who is the creep this weird token from? Who is it?
It's a heavily photoshopped image often used in online horror media.
Creepypasta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slenderman.
I should not do it 2D times.
Not that exact slice of online horror fiction, but in the same genre. If it were that exact thing, it would not have a face and would be in a 3-piece suit.
I know, it's a creepypasta.
Whatever the fuck it is.
I identified it correctly.
Is it attacking me?
Yes, it's a 31 hit.
Well, yes, and before you roll damage, it does trigger sword block. A reaction.
Okay.
Well, I have sword in both hands, and I would take a damage for a physical attack. For that strike, strike here, I block it with my sword, and doing this raises my AC for that by the 2-hit modifier.
Okay.
So that is 16 plus 5, so that's 21 plus 26, so...
You managed to block the attack.
Yeah, that's 47. I blocked the attack by more than 10.
Okay. It doesn't even look in your direction as one of its arms just lashes out like a viper. You react instantly, bringing your swords up, sparks flying as its claws smash into your swords with inhuman force. It almost knocks you off your feet for how hard this thing has hit you.
And that's a crit fail. Out of character, that's a crit fail. Oh, there.
I don't think there's a crit fail for basic attacks.
Okay.
There's a crit fail for attacking.
Oh, what's it do?
Nothing, but it's a category. So if people have, like, I have.
Okay. Yeah, we're not running crit fails, so we're not really working with crit fails.
We don't. Yeah, have a fumble table.
Yeah, I just got this thing like opportune riposte. If something crit fails against me, I get to attack it.
Cool.
So it's good to know when they happen.
Speaking of,
yes,
does 29 hit?
No, yeah, 29 fucking hits. The fuck
Wonderful.
you mean?
This is Pathfinder. I'm not used to big numbers here. Okay.
No, it's all good.
Cool. Does it crit?
No,
Okay.
it is only
Cool.
6 above, not 10.
Purge the demon of Nurgle. I think we left. I don't think this is Nurgle's thing.
You take 9 slashing damage as this thing's other arm comes around and comes down and slashes into your stomach.
Beautiful. Still above 70, so...
The read!
Yes.
Does a 31 hit?
How does it hit that far? Is that
You're
not
a
a character
bastard.
question?
Yes, it hits.
You're about to find out. Wonderful.
It does not crit, though.
Does not crit. That's good.
No.
I probably should have told you this, dear, but the stomach bug. Sorry. I turned off my mic. Why is it so big?
The read, while it is attacking the other two, its head rotates towards you. Its already steaming eyes seem to melt, bubble, and pop as if heated to a boiling temperature before finally they explode out of its sockets. 2 crimson beams of heat smash into you, dealing 7 fire damage.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, this thing has laser vision. You're welcome.
Oh, boring.
Great. We're being attacked by Brightburn. That's great.
Who's Brightburn? Look, I'm going to make another character comment. If I start talking, it's not Akagi, it's basically me because Akagi can't talk.
Brightburn is a modern, fairly recent, I think. Nobody quote me on that. Quote unquote.
It's evil young Clark Kent.
Yeah, basically. If young Clark Kent were a sociopath.
Yeah. As it does this, its perfect customer service grin remains plastered across its face, by the way.
Oh, this bitch is gonna get some. That's all Sareed is thinking in their head.
And that is the end of McStabby's turn.
When you get to the grandparents' house, take a dose of Pepto-Bismol. That will settle you down like nothing else.
Okay, so next is
So next is Kezbek.
Beautiful.
Kezbek, it just stabbed you. What are you gonna do about that?
All I need is to
well,
pediatrician and get scans of his birth certificate and his vaccination records, and he's
Mama Shoesbeck said the best medicine is more of the same.
Okay.
So
You're just gonna.
as soon as I get the scan.
Fuck it up.
Certificate,
I'm gonna.
I'll be calling them once we finish.
I am right here. I am gonna try another roll through.
Oh boy.
I know for a fact I'm probably not gonna get this because if a fucking 30 doesn't do it, Jesus. But I
30
need...
was very close, I will tell you that.
Great. So there's only 3 numbers higher I can do
Oh wait.
than a 30.
Correct.
So, you know what? Fuck it. It doesn't have attack of opportunity, so this can't punish me anymore than trying, you know?
Yep. So after being stabbed, you're gonna flop around like a fish and hopefully roll between his legs.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and because it is slightly distracted, it will be taking a -2 to that reflex save.
Beautiful. Let's see what I get. Well, this might do it.
What you got?
That is a natural 19 for a 32.
That passed even without the crit, even without the -2. Congratulations, you are now behind it.
And I get panache!
Yay!
That's all I want!
Kesbeck has the power of panache.
Yep.
Panache, bitch!
All I want. Attack with rapier.
Alright.
I am going to... First one is not applying precise strike.
Apply precise strike.
Not
Okay.
not applying. Not applying.
Not applying. Okay.
But it still does +3 precision damage because I have panache. This is a 26 to hit.
A 26. You're lucky, because its AC went up after it's popped out its second claws, but... What, you said 28?
26.
26. As you lash out with your rapier, one of its arms rotates around it, the shoulder blade snapping and crunching as it does this, and catches the rapier, stopping it from stabbing into its back.
Beautiful. With that in mind, this second attack's going to apply precise strike. I'm finishing.
Okay. Go ahead.
Unfortunate phrasing is Sareed's thing.
Anyways.
This one is a 28 to hit, natural 18 on the die.
Okay, that does hit. So you rip your sword out of its grip and then lash out at it again. Roll for damage.
So, yeah, here comes 4d6 piercing, 1d6 plus 3 piercing, and then 3d6 precision. So if it's got resistance to piercing, it probably doesn't resist the precision.
Okay.
The piercing is 4 damage.
Okay.
The precision is no, not 8. 10 damage.
14 damage.
Yes, 14 damage in total.
Also, out of character, when it made a strike against him when he was knocked prone, I forgot that I have a thing, but then again, it made an attack against me previously, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yep.
Okay. So, you stab into it, and you hit something hard underneath the cloak and falling apart meat suit. It actually staggers a bit as your blade pierces in, and you feel it bite into the hard material underneath. Beyond this, it does not seem to be... It does not react.
Cool.
I don't need it to react. I just need to know it took some of that damage.
It took that damage.
Good. It needs to die.
Yes, it does. So, is that your turn?
Yes.
Sareed, you're up.
Okay. Sareed is going to do the old dried up to beastie. And this time, probably going to...
Approaches horror villain confidently.
Yeah, confidently. With the first... wait, what should I... Should I use the Elven Curve Blade, maybe?
Whichever you think is going to give you the most fruit stabbables.
Whichever you think is going to do the most damage.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Elven Curve Blade. Okay, let's
Then
see.
go with that. Go with it.
Okay, so that is a 26 to hit.
You come at it with the Elven Curve Blade. One of its the arm that it had used to block Hezbek's rapier, rapidly flips around, lashing out, and smacks the blade away from hitting itself. Still staring at you with that customer service grin, with now smoking and boiling eye sockets.
Ooh, okay. Do you want to know what I'm gonna try and do with my last little thing? I'm gonna try and trip the beastie.
Icerid at that distance. Has she not moved yet?
I can't. I'm not gonna be able to move it because I can't go into the thing without audio.
Without the audio.
Okay.
Without the audio fucking you. So we're just gonna scoot that right over there.
Okay, I have moved you for you so that you have strided confidently towards the murder machine.
Thank you. So I need to. Okay. Yep, I have. Yep. Oh, okay. So I have to attempt a athletics check against the reflex DC.
Well, that's not good. Go ahead.
Yeah, its reflex is stupid.
Does a 32 beat it?
It actually does.
Okay, so
was that a critical
basically
success or not, Mums?
Was it a critical success or not?
Was it a crit?
No. No, you did not crit with a 30.
I'm asking if Mumsy rolled a 20 to get the 32.
Oh,
19.
Oh yeah, did you roll a 20 to get that?
19.
One off. Okay. I'm gonna look in. I don't think Pathfinder has, like, expanding the critical.
I'm sure there's a feat somewhere in there that does that.
They actually do. It was covered by NoNat.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Let's just say because it succeeded, the target falls over and is now prone.
Okay. So,
Is it Akagi's turn?
Savatron is now prone on the ground.
Is it Akagi's turn yet?
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. And you get a -2 to penalty. You get a -2 penalty to attack rolls.
Okay, cool.
Is it also to DC? Or is it also to armor class and DCs?
Take a -2 penalty to attack rolls. I would say that, reasonably speaking, it would be a +4 for circumstance against ranged attacks. Flat-footed, yeah, it's -2. So it is a -2 penalty to AC and -2 circumstance penalty to attack rolls. So yes, it is a -2 to his AC.
Okay. So it's Akagi's turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna attack, and I'm gonna do the 3-sword attack. Thanks to one of my feats, where I basically by sacrificing my my free action, one of my feats, I can strike with more than one weapon at the same time.
So you are now striking with 3 swords simultaneously.
Yep.
This
Roll it.
from what I recall of us setting this up, this burns the entire action.
So all
Yeah.
3 of his actions are burned by doing this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So by also spending my bonus action, I can burn more action in one singular strike and count this as that one strike. Oh, of course, Helix put that in.
3 sword style. Onigiri!
Uh,
You're welcome.
okay, 30. Does a 30 hit?
A 30? Or a 13?
30. I can't
30.
roll a 13.
A 30 hit.
Oh boy, let me check the damages here, okay?
Go ahead and roll all 3 attacks.
It's, okay. Also, an extra 1d6 cold damage on a hit with 2 of my katanas, so those will have to be rolled separately.
Okay.
No, it only really got hit at the 28, so a 30, yeah, even with the lowered AC, yeah, no, this is...
Just give me the number, bro. I will tell you
Okay.
whether or not it hits.
Okay, so it was basically just, it was all the 3 attacks at the same time.
Okay. Give me the numbers for all... Oh, all 3 attacks was a 30?
Yes.
Was that 30? Okay, okay, cool.
Huh.
Oh, for the record, the bonus from the priestess's sword does not affect this thing.
So it does not affect this thing. Well, that simplifies things a little bit.
Yeah,
you don't
have to do that math.
Yeah, I don't have to do that math. I just have to do 3d6 plus... It's 3d6...
Oh, and
plus,
subtract 5 from your cold damage rolls.
subtract 5 from the cold damage.
Yeah,
that's why I'm separating. Let's see here. Katana plus it's plus it's 3d6 plus let's see here, 12 plus 6, 3d6 plus 20 for 3d6 plus 20 for the slashing. 31. Now lower and lower. Now I lower this, then roll 2d6. If it goes 2d6, if it goes below 5, if it rolls 5 or below, it doesn't take any cold damage. 6. It takes 1.
Takes 1 cold damage?
Yes.
Okay, is that after the -5?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the total?
32.
32 damage. Not bad. You bring your swords down, and you strike this thing hard enough that it just kind of bounces off of the ground with how hard you hit it. His expression remains completely unchanged, though. It still stares at you, smoking eye sockets, customer service grin.
Do I cut off more flesh?
Yeah, more flesh comes off. You are seeing, what looks like a metallic torso underneath the flesh.
Well, Akagi can't say this, but she's thinking this ain't no undead.
No, it's not an undead.
Liz has just gone, yeah.
Oh, wait, she's there.
So, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Actually, Sarid should have went after Akagi. Oh well. That was my mistake.
We can have Akagi go. We can have Akagi go now.
Akagi just went.
I meant Sarid. My bad. We can have Sarid go now.
Sarid went before Akagi. That's why this thing is prone in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Sarid set it up for Akagi to just nuke.
To start just beating on it.
Does Merrick arrive soon?
Yeah, Merrick and the others. Merrick, Vesta. They should all arrive now.
Don't forget Merrick's boost to initiative.
It's going to be Merrick, Vesta, and Ed.
So all three of you roll with the bonus.
Yep, I'm
what
gonna
do
be.
You roll?
What bonus?
It's Merrick's presence, due to his feat choices, gives us bonuses. Gives
Plus
us,
2 to
plus 2 to our initiatives.
Yeah. What do you roll for initiative?
Perception, unless you have something. Perception, unless you have a skill you feel would be better applied to this situation.
Yeah, perception.
And now I grab Ed.
Alright, cool.
Copy.
34.
Wait, plus a bonus?
Yes, it's a additional 2.
Oh.
Let me just paste that in there.
Oh.
That's a good number. That's a really nice number. Keep that number. Keep it.
What, Stug? 28?
Yes.
I have 34.
Okay.
And now I need to roll for Vesta. Open.
And Moyer got a 34. He goes second.
That thing got a bit. So that thing has at least a 35 on its initiative.
Yeah.
Got a 35 exactly.
Wait a minute, I forgot it also deals. I also forgot another thing. It deals +6 on weapon damage with challenge. So I mean that it takes up to.
That's
so
for. Let's save that for next. Let's save that for next attack.
We'll remember that next attack.
Yeah, it deals a damage. You gain a damage bonus equals to the weapon's damage die.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that, so that means that. Does that mean I essentially increases my roll? Does it double my roll, or does it mean I get a plus?
It means you get a +6. It means what it says, +6.
+6 per. Let's see here, +6 for each sword. That's +18.
We will come back to. We can come back to this when it's your actual turn.
Yeah, because it can be either good or either rather good or extremely broken, depending on how things work.
Anyways, let's back to the battle ahead. We have an abomination to destroy.
Yeah.
Abomination!
Cool. So we're at the top of the turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're at the abomination's turn.
Getty.
Hope everyone's excited.
Oh yeah, this is going great.
Yeah, you hear the hips of this thing snap, and grind as its legs rotate. Basically just rotate in a circle, and its feet both explode into 4 taloned claws, as it doesn't actually get up from prone, it more just lifts itself up like a distorted human-shaped spider.
That ain't right, Chief.
As it does so, its head, the broken vertebrae in its neck, grinding as it does, rotates completely upside down, so now its head is looking straight across from the ground, looking right side up from its distorted position. If it were standing upright, it would be looking behind itself.
So basically, it turned the front of its torso into its back.
That ain't right, Chief. Just saying that now. That shit ain't right.
Every limb is 180 degrees from where it should be.
Anyone else having flashbacks to that poor contortionist they made play Reagan?
Uh-huh.
I have to commend you for your shockingly horrible use of imagery. Thank you.
I'm imagining more how Inosuke crawled through the tunnel in the entertainment district arc.
It then
just every
does a
wrong.
backflip, latches onto the wall, about 15 feet off the ground. Once again, like a spider, its head staring at each person before twitching to the next. Just twitch, stare, twitch, stare, twitch, stare, twitch, stare. And it takes the time to look at each and every one of you before it speaks. I'm sorry, but we'll have to take a rain check and try again later. It then scuttles up the wall.
Don't let it get a what?
No, the fuck it doesn't.
Huh?
No, the fuck it doesn't.
Oh? What are you doing?
I have attack of opportunity as a reaction.
Okay.
I can't stop it from moving, but it's not getting away unscathed.
Go ahead. Roll.
Let's hope this is the thing that kills it.
Bold of you to assume he's going
29.
to let it die this easy.
This is the rap we're talking about. He probably has something planned.
Oh, I have lots of things planned. Don't worry.
I hope everyone's excited for what wonderful gifts I have for them.
29.
29 hits. Roll damage.
Uh, 9 points of damage. I got max.
Very nice, very nice. As it does the backflip, you lash out, striking it, sparks flying as your blade slices into one of its arms. However, this does not actually change the outcome. And as per every attack that has been given to it, it does not seem to react in any particular way towards what has just happened.
You basically created a contortionist Terminator, didn't you?
Yeah, probably.
With claws and laser vision!
And
maximizing that wonderful, wonderful creepiness factor. Because, you know, you gotta love Arnie's work, but he wasn't that terrifying, you know?
This thing is a freaking coward.
The fact that it's running off.
Cool. Everyone, roll perception.
Rolling perception, like.
Actually, hold on. Let me think about this.
Okay, so that's a natural 20, so 31.
Cool.
34.
27.
Very good. Very good. Is that everybody?
Yeah.
Cool. You all realize that it's moving towards the hotel, going to the inn.
Oh, I already know that. It's probably getting out. Back to the room. Back to the room.
You also all realize it is moving very, very quickly.
Akagi just realizes Alara's there, panic, and just goes full send sprint, sword still in her mouth, back towards the inn.
Just
Who's
so-
Alara? He's all running.
Sareed was present for the party picking her ass up.
Okay,
Doesn't mean she knows
Susan.
who.
Susan,
Yes.
I need you to get me the inn map, a peasant,
Hey, Rep.
yeah.
Just letting you know we're at 2.5 hours now.
Okay, well, I will wrap
day
this
so I
up
can
without
keep
it.
going.
I will wrap this up without the map then.
Yeah. I would like to ask one specific. Well, we will get to. I because of the way Pathfinder does EXP, I'm gonna kind of do a mix of. Screw it. We'll talk about it after the session. Anyways, let's go.
At the inn, shortly after this skirmish, Alara is still maintaining the puppet,
And Tess
hoping
is
this
in
thing will take the bait.
Yep, and Tess is in Akagi's room, which has no windows and the door is locked.
The front door busts open. The two hear this. The thing moving through the hall, silently walking. However, Tess, you hear the jingling of armor, and you then hear the innkeeper's voice yelling to the thing, "Get back! Get back, I tell you! You're not hurting my patrons!" The thing responds with, "Please step aside. Please step aside. Your consent is not necessary, as this is a necessary procedure." "I don't care what you say, monster!" You then hear a shuffling and clashing of blades before a thump hits the ground, and the walking of the thing continues. As it does, you hear it slicing and breaking down doors, looking through each room.
Tess's immediate first action is under the bed.
Okay. As she goes under the bed, her door is broken open, and she sees this thing's feet stepping into the room, scanning. It then, as she's heard the smashing and breaking of sounds and people fleeing from this thing, it then starts basically tearing the room apart, looking for her, meticulously going from closet to to wardrobe, before you hear the sounds of the rest of the party arriving. It pauses as the rest of the party arrives in hot pursuit of this thing, and then walks towards the window, breaks it open, and then leaps out and crawls out.
Rep? Tess is in Akagi's room. Akagi's room doesn't have a window.
Oh, shit. It doesn't go through the window. It does not create a window. It does not go through a window, but it basically, as they arrive, it walks. It turns and just calmly walks out. Goes to the hallway across. Agi, you actually arrive in time to see it cross the hallway into the room across from yours, and you hear the window in that room shattering as it launches itself out and then crawls
Isn't that
away.
the one we booby trapped? Isn't that the one we prepared for it?
No.
That's a different, to prevent
That's
it
not a
from
different
just...
floor.
to prevent. Akagi's room is on the second floor, if I'm recall. Basically, different hallway in this case.
Yeah. So no, it avoided the trap. It knew that the trap was there.
Some the fuck
It had
out.
watched you. It had watched you set the trap. I had you guys roll that perception check for a reason.
Oh,
Akagi just drops the sword, and I'm going to roll a rage-filled unarmed strike at the wall.
Okay.
Let me just check what's my unarmed strike. It's 15. And just... So I punch the wall.
You punch the wall. How much? Go ahead and roll for damage, I guess.
Let's see here. Unarmed strike. 1d4 plus... That's 1d4 plus 4. 1d4 plus 4. 8.
You actually splinter the wood under your fist for how hard you just punched it. Ed, as you and the rest of the party arrive, you find the body of the innkeeper in the hallway. Akagi having blindly stepped over it as she was after this thing, trying to protect Tess. The innkeeper is now laying dead, a sword by his body. He appears to be wearing armor, not of the Empire, but of the local tribes that had been conquered by the Empire recently. He apparently was, before building this inn and being an innkeeper, in his youth had been a soldier that had actually fought against the Empire. This last moment of defiance against this thing, basically him trying to protect his patrons and Tess.
Ed kneels down next to the rest easy, soldier. Your watch is ended. Your watch is ended. Stands back up with a very palpable rage in his voice, going, "We're gonna find it. It's the last moon it sees. Know where it lives, and we now know where it's gonna die."
Yes, we do. Akagi then goes, Tess, it's okay, it's gone, you can come out now.
kind of peeks her head out from under the bed.
Akagi
just kind of, like, her hair is an absolute mess from the rapid roll under the bed.
Akagi just goes, here. She reaches her hand out to Tess.
Thank you. Is it gone?
Yeah. That thing...
Ed looks at Ed falls blindly. That thing is a coward.
Yeah. Akagi just undoes the plate and wraps it. Just undoes her armor and wraps Tess into a hug, because right now Tess needs comfort. That's the only thing in her mind. She needs comfort.
Yeah,
Merrick, Merrick, and I'm trying to bring this to an end real fast.
Yeah. Vesta kind of not really knowing what else to do. Vesta starts well, first she Vesta's just quietly trying. Well, sorry, I'm at a little bit of a loss for words at the moment, but yeah, Vesta just sort of looks at all of this mess and just sort of look. She just kind of
Roll
looks
me,
down.
roll
Sorry.
me a wisdom check really quick.
Okay.
Just flat wisdom.
Just flat out wisdom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pretty good mod for that.
Probably, I would expect that from a druid.
19 plus the wisdom modifier of 4, that is a 23.
Vesta, you realize that what this thing had done was bait you guys. It had intentionally attacked Kezbek's sister in order to draw you guys away from the inn and expose Vesta. And it had maintained that combat just long enough to get everyone away.
Vesta, having moved the late innkeeper to one side and placed a spare tablecloth over him out of some form of respect, is pacing in a little circle before she stops. And when she looks up and looks over to the others, she looks both pissed and absolutely inhuman. We were baited.
Akagi just...
It attacked that girl. Kezbek, based on your swiftness to respond, I assume the girl is someone you know.
My sister.
It attacked Kezbek's sister, knowing we would all spring to the defense of a child. It waited until we were all at that alley, and then it fled, heading back to the inn, so it could get to Tess when she was unguarded. Fortunately for us, Tess was quick thinking enough to get where it couldn't find her easily and quickly. This thing is a lot smarter than we gave it credit for. All right. She looks to Kezbek and Sarid. You two made first contact with it in that fight. What do we know?
It's creepy.
Kezbek, what do we know?
Well, you've just told me what I needed to know. It's after your ward. So get out of my city. It'll follow you.
Cool. Let's go, guys.
And what will you do if it? And what will you do if it doesn't?
Knowing our luck, it'll probably attack us on the road, on our way out the city.
We know this thing doesn't care about. She pauses a solid moment. It seems to be thinking about something. So, we know it wants Tess. We know it's smart enough to know when it's presented with a fake, or to observe for if. We know it wants Tess, and we know it's smart enough to be observing us for when we set a trap for it. So, here's what I'm thinking we might do. So, Kezbek, while your suggestion of us departing is a valid one, it doesn't take into account the fact that this thing might switch targets.
It was a problem before, probably a problem after.
It was a problem before we came. It may stay a problem after we leave. So, what I propose is this. And you're more than welcome to tell me to take my plan and shove it up my ass. So, now, before anything else, I need you, Kesbeck, because Sarid is... Forgive me, Sarid, but you are not the brightest bulb, but you are not the brightest candle in the shop.
Well, it's been said before.
Kesbeck, I need you, if you are willing, to tell me everything you observed about that thing while you were fighting it.
It's fast, its skin is made out of metal underneath the rotting meat flesh.
It's made of metal underneath. Interesting. And she starts and she resumes the pacing in little circles. First up, Kesbeck, as much as I appreciate your concern for your people, I don't we still have to...
I am proficient in Arcana, so I can roll.
We're still
It's too late for you to use your Arcana evaluation on it. You should have done that during combat.
We still need... I'm going to be blunt with you here. Actually, Vesta is just sort of pacing around and around and around in little circles, mumbling to her, if not outright talking to herself in a unknown language before she stops for a second and sort of thinks more. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need Ander. He's one of the smartest people I know, and we're going to need him for this.
Yeah, we definitely need him.
Yes.
Oh, great. More of you.
You saw Ander.
He was the guy with the massive crocodile at the first day we were here.
Also, that would give us another person to be with Tess. He's Tess's mentor, for lack of a better term. So, and he's also one of our best... Look, Kesbeck, I know you have a thing about adventurers, members of the Adventurers Guild, and us in particular. I know you have a thing about it. I know you don't like us. I know you don't want us anywhere near this, or anywhere near you. Or anywhere near your sister, for that matter, either. But we are now involved, both due to being physically present and due to this thing wanting one of our own.
We're not leaving until that thing is dead.
And then we're going to find out who's responsible, and that inhuman look returns to Vesta's eyes, and we're going to make sure they never, ever hurt someone again.
Okay, yes, goes.
And Kesbeck, you can either help with that endeavor, or you can get out of my way.
Okay, just goes, okay, Vesta, calm down now. Let's just...
Kesbeck steps right up to Vesta. You kill this thing, I'll make you an honorary lieutenant. You tell me to get out of your way again. And I'll throw you in a cell.
Do I have your word on that? And she extends her hand.
He takes her hand. You have my honor as captain, which is much more than my word.
Then we will bring you its head on a plate. Her demeanor shifts back to what he knew before. Now, if it's all right with you, I would like to tend to the injuries on your sibling.
I'm going to get Tess to. He goes. I'm going to get Tess to bed.
Ed goes, relax. On who's responsible, relax. So it's construction, relax. We're a modern empire. We have all sorts of great ways of torture.
If that thing's a machine, it doesn't give two shits about pain.
It doesn't give two shits about how scary I am either.
I was talking about the person who constructed.
Okay, he goes, if it is a machine, it only works on one thing. Completing its objective. And we have no idea what its objective is.
So we know it's focusing heavily on Tess to the exclusion of almost everyone else.
It seems to like it. It seems to it. While it's not necessary for the function, it seems to like it's.
The question now becomes, what does? Excuse me a moment. I would like to have Vesta make an Arcana check to see if she can put together what this thing might want. I understand the DC will be high, but I would like to make the attempt.
Go ahead and roll.
I'm also going to roll an attempt. Just to see if I can puzzle this together.
Would you, if we do the assist action, never mind.
Do the assist action then. It was just me.
If we do the assist action, if we do the assist action, it might benefit a bit more. Remind me, person who has played more Pathfinder than me, Felix, what does the assist action do again?
Just gives advantage.
Ah, okay then. So we do this twice.
Yeah, you do this twice. Because what's Vesta's? It's the same.
Yeah, the Arcana's the same. I may have her up it next time we get a skill up.
Okay, let me see what you guys got.
32.
On the high roll is a 32.
Do I also need to roll an extra time?
No, the assist action is just for the person making the roll. Since that was me, I do the roll making.
Okay.
Okay. So, Vesta, you are able to discern that potentially something about Tess's magical nature is attracting it for some reason. You don't have enough information about this thing to really discern why it's actually doing this.
She thinks and thinks and thinks, and then she kind of claps her hands together. Do we know the source of Tess's we know, all of us here know Tess is coming into very strong magics, yes?
Yeah, considering what happened to her after she entered the orphanage. Yeah.
Do we know what the source of that? Do we know from whence that magic's coming? Most innate magics like that have a source, be it the bloodline or something they were exposed to.
Dragon magic.
Not dragon magic. Dragon organs, dragon vital organs, dragon hearts.
It's hunting.
I need to talk to Tess really quick about something.
Okay.
Vesta has been present for when the mothers take over. I need to ask the red and the blue, the mothers. I need to ask.
Just ask. The faster we can figure this thing out, the faster we can actually solve this.
The faster we can figure out what about Tess is different, that's tied to her magic, that's drawing this thing in, the faster we can figure out how to deal with it.
If sending Tess to the Feywild,
that could be too hazardous. But it could get her out of harm's way while we investigate this. She paces more in little circles.
Reed hears Ender in her head. Absolutely not.
Akagi just scared us with a ghost. Yeah, no, that's a bad idea. First and foremost, her mentor hates the Feywilds. We are not sending her there. We are not inviting more trouble from Ander.
We're not inviting more.
I'll take more trouble from. I'll take more trouble from Ander as opposed to those blades ever coming near her. Hey.
I just thought that maybe Tegan could just sort of take her.
We know, Sarid. We know what he thinks of Tegan. It's not going to make things better. It's going to make things worse.
Let's not also forget about the time fuckery.
Then there is the fact that you were gone for...
Tess could end up coming back thousands of years later, or she could end up coming back next second 1,000 years old.
We don't... Besides, Sarid, you say you were gone for 3 hours. It has been out of character here. How long?
It's been about
a week or two. Oh yeah, it was like a week's travel, and we were there for about a week there, in there. Plus, he was there before. A little more than 2 weeks, yeah.
It was
actually no. It was a week travel to the place. It was a week travel, and we spent like a week there. So it's been like 3 weeks.
Anyways,
it was 3 weeks.
Hey guys.
You were gone for 3 weeks. Sorry.
Thank you. Vesta speaks up. Anders' feelings about the Feywild and time dilation regardless. If we're in case any of you haven't noticed, well, now that it's focused its attentions on getting to Vesta, it hasn't attacked anyone else unless they get in its way.
Out of character, it's not Vesta, it's...
My bad.
We're all making mistakes. We've all made that mistake. It's fine.
Yeah, and it's getting... And we have been for this for quite a while.
Yes. Anyways, I'm going to be talking with Tess. I'm going to be figuring out what her magic comes from. Once we find that out, it might give us a clue to what we're looking for.
Ed raises up his hand. Fred might also have some answers.
I'll talk to him and see what I can do. Anyways, all of this shit show aside, we need to take a breather and try to make a plan. That's probably more espionage proof.
How about
because we've been going for like 3 hours and we're
we should probably wrap this out.
And we are starting to talk in circles. We are going to end things here and meet up again next week on Tuesday, because that's a day Mumsy has off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wonderbar.
Yes, and
hopefully not at this time.
And I'll go ahead and
hopefully not at this time either.
We will be at our standard time.
Oh yeah, we will be, because
I'm just going to double check my schedule so that it doesn't conflict on my end. I hate scheduling conflicts.
Yes, we all do. They are the bane of D&D.
So it is. What time are we looking at?
It's good.
We'd be meeting up at our usual time. It is.
Okay.
It is rapidly approaching time for me to eat something.
I
am actively concerned I've picked up the stomach bug from my work. I am cutting the stream now. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you. See you all again Tuesday.
Toodles.